Evaluating expressions. Let's say we have the question y equals to x plus 2. And we are told that x has a value of 4. So what this means is wherever we see an x in the equation, we can replace it with the number 4 because we know that x equals 4. So let's write this out again. Y equals, now instead of x we're going to write 4 plus 2. Now we kept everything in the same place and just replaced x with 4. And then we simplify. So we have y equals 4 plus 2, which is 6. So here the answer is 6. Let's look at another example. Y equals to x minus 3. And let's say here that x is equal to 5. So now we know that the value x is equal to 5. So we can replace wherever we see an x with the value 5. So let's do that. So y is equal to 5. So we replace the x with a 5 minus 3. Then we simplify. So y equals 5 take away 3, which is 2. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have the expression y equals to 2x. And we know that the value of x is equal to 3. So again, we look to replace x in the equation. So wherever we see an x, we replace it with the value 3. Now 2x is the same as y equals to 2 times x. So now we can replace the x with the value 3. So let's do that. So y equals 2 times 3. So then we can simplify. So y equals 2 times 3 is 6. So here, y equals 2x. When x equals 3, the value of y is 6. Let's look at another example. Y equals to minus 3x. And x is equal to minus 4. So now, because we know x is equal to minus 4, we can replace all places that have an x with minus 4. So y is equal to minus 3. Now minus 3x is the same as minus 3 times x. And x is minus 4. So we can replace the x with a minus 4. And then we simplify. So y equals minus 3 times minus 4. Minus and a minus makes a plus. And 3 times 4 is 12. Now the plus in front of the 12 we don't need. So it's just y equals 12. Let's look at another example. Y equals to 2x plus 1. And x equals 3. So now we can replace x with the value of 3. So x appears here. So let's rewrite this out. Y equals to 2 times, so 2x is 2 times x. X is 3, so we can write 3 there, plus 1. Then we simplify. So now y equals, now using BOD maths, we always do the multiplications before the addition. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1. Then we simplify again. Y equals 6 plus 1, which is 7. So y equals 2x plus 1 when x is equal to 3, then y equals 7. Let's look at another example. Y equals to minus 3x plus 8 and x is equal to 2. So now we know that we can replace x with the value of 2. X appears once here. So we write down everything else in the same position. So minus 3 plus 8 and we just replace x with the 2. And we know that minus 3x is minus 3 times x. So it's just a times symbol in the middle. We then simplify. So y equals, now using BOD math, we do the multiplication first. So minus 3 times 2, which is minus 6, plus the 8. We simplify further. Minus 6 plus 8, which is 2. Let's look at another example. Y equals to 3 bracket 2x minus 1 and x is equal to 4. So we can replace x with 4. So x appears here. So we rewrite everything else in the same position, but we replace x with 4. So y equals 3 bracket 2 times x, which is 4 minus 1. Now we simplify using BOD maths. So we do the bit in the bracket first. So y equals 3 bracket. Now inside the bracket, we have multiplication and a minus. So we do the multiplication first. So 2 times 4, which is 8, minus the 1. We simplify this. So again, we're doing the bracket first. So 8 minus 1 is 7. And the 3 is multiplying the bracket. So we put a multiplication in the middle here. We simplify further. So y equals 3 times 7, which is 21. So this tells us that the first expression here is equal to 21 when x equals 4. Let's look at another example. Y equals minus 2, x plus 3, and x is equal to 4. So as we know the value of x, which is 4, we replace all places where we see an x with 4. So y equals minus 2 bracket, x we replace with 4 plus 3. We then simplify, so y equals minus 2, and we do the bracket first, so 4 plus 3 is 7. And we know that the minus 2 is multiplying the bracket. Y equals minus 2 times 7, so 2 times 7 is 14. And a plus and a minus makes a minus. So the answer here is y equals minus 14. So now let's say we have another plus x on the end here. So now we have two places where there's an x. So we do the same. So we replace all x's with a 4. So here this becomes a plus 4. And then when we simplify it in the same manner, so here it will be a plus 4. And minus 14, it will be plus 4 on the end of that. And then we simplify this, it becomes minus 14 plus 4, which is minus 10. Now in this video, we have mentioned a few times BODMAS. But what is BODMAS? Some people refer to this as BODMAS, and some people refer to this as BIDMAS. Now both of these are actually the same. So what this says is you start off with B, then O or I, depending on which one you use, then D, then M, then A, then S. But what do each of these stand for? So B stands for brackets, and the B for BIDMAS is also the same, brackets. Now the O here stands for order, the I is for indices, so it's the same, so it's the power of your variable. So for example here it's x squared has the order 2, the indice value is 2. D stands for division, M is multiplication, A is addition, and S is subtraction. And these are the same for the case of BIDMAS. So first you do your brackets, then your order or your indices, it's the same thing, then division, then multiplication, then addition, then subtraction.
You can download the application on Google Play or App Store, and you can visit our website mathslegends.co.uk.